Believers, we are back for the second episode of season 3. Joey Ryan's got to pay child support. And you know what? People might be immortal and might be from a millennia ago. So stick around, we'll talk about it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, man. The trickery. I like this a lot. I'm down for this, Mark B. Donica.
Ooh.
And now it's a party.
Take me back.
Guys, this is your Lucha Underground After Show right here on AFTERBUZZ TV. We're talking Season 3, Episode 2, The Amulet. Because you know what? Some people have amulets and some people are immortal and unkillable. So it's fine. It's no big deal. I am, as always, Ty Matthews. You can find me online at Ty Matthews PMA. I have such an amazing panel with me today. Firstly, he's a guest. He's guesting for the very first time on the Lucha Underground After Show.
Not true, but
Is that not true?
you just haven't been here for him.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
It's first time this season.
That's first time this season. Is what I meant. We literally just came from the CWC bracket breakdown like about 10 minutes ago. You can also check him as part of the NX team. You can find him online at Sundown Motel. He's also part of the Boxcar Club. This is Mr. Bill Hanstock.
Hey everybody, you can find me on Twitter at Sundown Motel, and I believe the episode title is pronounced Amulet.
The Amulet. I like that. You know what? When it's in the temple, we can pronounce it that way. 2 Bills left. As always, you can find her on Snarled. You can find her on Ask Us We're Drunk. Also on How to Human. She's the lovely and talented Miss Rachel Evans.
Hello.
Hello.
Glad to be here.
Where can they find you online?
Oh, right. Why every time? Maybe one day. At Rachel Sam Evans, or Rachel Sam Evans, never forget, on Twitter.
Oh, boy.
On Twitter and Instagram.
Oh, boy.
Bye.
Rachel, same Vans.
2 Rachels left. You know him as the creator of the Young Bucks 2 Sweet Journey. He's also the producer on Xbox 12360 show, brand new to AfterBuzz TV. Ooh. He's a wrestling fan. He's a cameraman. He's a historian. He's a filmographer.
So
guys,
action figure collector.
Action figure collector. We can't forget that.
Big day.
At the top of the list.
Mr. Jimbo Slice himself, James Franck.
How you doing?
Fantastic.
Ty? Was I the only one that thought of Monster Squad when you said Amulet?
Interesting.
yes.
That was
Alright.
the first thing that popped in my head.
Yeah.
Was
Awesome.
just like seeing him break through the wall and grab the amulet.
I generally only think of Monster Squad whenever someone says Nards.
Nards.
Yeah. But he's a toy guy. Where can people find you on Twitter, though?
Oh, find me on Twitter at Jimbo in the Booth.
When you say
And
Monster
he's in the
Squad,
booth right now.
Yeah.
when you say Monster Squad, I'm thinking Little Monsters with Howie
You're thinking,
Mandel.
Mobster Squad, that Ethan Hawke movie.
Exactly.
Oh, my favorite film.
Yeah.
That was terrible. It was
Guys,
awful. It's
let's
like one of the
talk-
worst mob movies ever.
Season 3, Episode 2.
That's high praise.
First of all,
Where's
if you
the
guys...
Mafia with an exclamation point with Lloyd Bridges?
Sorry, Ty, nobody cares.
If you guys have not seen last week's episode, we had Taya Valkyrie in. We had the beautiful Brenda in.
It was such a great show.
It was
And so just falling off a cliff
it
with me.
was a 1 in a million interview.
Oh.
Interview? Is that the word you would use?
I mean, it was an experience.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. iTunes, YouTube, all that stuff. But let's talk episode 2, the Amulet. if you're nasty.
One of my
like
favorite
it.
French films starring Audrey Tautou.
God damn it. Well, we start out in the precinct. We start out with Joey Ryan, Officer Reyes, Captain Vasquez. They're listening to the audio of Cisco's murder. And Reyes,
As you do.
You know, it's,
Well, they had
it's fine.
throughout the cop stuff, they had lower thirds to, I guess, when chronologically these scenes
Exactly.
occurred.
And I love that they're playing with the timeline. We get a lot of flashbacks to the night of Ultima Lucha Dos. A lot of flashbacks to last week.
Flashbacks to Millennial.
Yeah.
to a literal a millennia ago.
I
You
like
know.
that they're keeping up with the flashback thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I like it.
And so we go back to the night of Ultima Lucha Dos when Cisco very unconvincingly tried to pal up
That
with
dude just
El
couldn't
Jefe.
hang, just wasn't cut out for this life.
Nah, he should have taken some acting classes, maybe done a few monologues. He didn't really.
Maybe he wanted to die.
Maybe he was just having an existential crisis.
Yeah.
That classic suicide by Dario trope.
That's how I want to go. Just go into Dario and betray him.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
kill me, daddy. Sorry, I'm so sorry. God damn.
There you go.
Kill me, Finn.
But I love.
Oh, wow.
I love that
Such a
Joey
great
Ryan
song.
is such an asshole. He just straight up laughs in Reyes' face about Cisco's murder.
Yeah.
Like I knew, like Joey was a shitty cop, obviously, but he just laughs right in his face about his friend getting beaten to death with a bull with giant balls.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Big old bad guy.
He's a big old bad guy.
I love how the captain's like, yeah, Cisco. And he's like, it's Mr. Cisco.
That was a legitimate, like, one of my favorite lines of the show.
There are so many great lines in
Like
this episode.
we haven't really seen a lot of like friendship or camaraderie between Cisco and Reyes, but like that was one moment where he was like, "Hey, it's Mr. Cisco."
Show some respect. His first name is Mr.
He's a very proper gentleman, all right?
He's Mr. The other Cisco was thongs.
Please,
It's just a
please.
clarification thing.
Please,
no,
please.
Mr. Cisco.
My father was Mr. Cisco.
You can just call me Cisco.
Cholo.
Exactly. Oh man. So next up, we've got Famous B with his brand new client, Dr. Wagner or Dr. Wagner.
Nope, Dr.
If
Wagner
you're
Jr..
if you're Matt Stryker.
He's not accurate.
He's he's just a classic composer.
Sure, yeah.
That's how I prefer to say it.
Exactly.
It's classy.
Exactly. But where we get a battle of Famous B's clients between Dr.
Oh, yeah.
Wagner and Masquerita Sagrada. And
And beautiful Brenda was looking beautiful.
beautiful
in Brenda.
Brenda was there, and
She's the
she
nurse.
was
Fantastic.
marveling at Masquerita Sagrada looking like a little marshmallow.
She's like, you're a marshmallow.
Every single time she said the word marshmallow,
I died.
It kind of killed me a little bit. And like I was telling you before, between that and the oink 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 of last week's episode,
Oink Oink was
this
very good.
oink oink
Oink Oink.
it's such a weird moment. We're gonna get a lot of quotables from season 3.
Season 3 has already turned into a real circus.
Yeah, where did we expect this match to be a little bit longer?
Yeah, just a tad.
A little bit, Rachel? No?
No. Wait, why would it be? I mean, what would you want more from it?
I thought it'd be like
More throwing?
chasing him around. He goes through his legs.
Sure.
He does a bunch of
Masquerita
yeah,
versus Cage was a lot longer.
Yeah, he does
it
a
could have
little
been cuter.
hop, skip, and a jump.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
loved
yeah.
it when he did the bounce off the ropes into the snapmare, and then as soon as he Michinoku drivered him, I'm like, it's done.
No, yeah, you're
Yeah.
dead.
And then when Brenda's like, "You're dead," I was
loved
like,
it.
"Oh,
the
it's over."
stethoscope, and
loved
then
it.
you're dead.
I think that they're introducing this character to the temple, and they have to make him look strong. It's kind of like a squash match. They
Sure.
just got to make him look strong.
But I
get
mean,
it.
like we've said, like we've seen in the temple before, just because it's your first match doesn't necessarily mean you're even gonna win.
well,
We
don't
saw
put him
with-
against.
Well, but wasn't Dr. Wagner Jr. in Aztec Warfare or whatever? Like he was.
Yeah,
he
he's
showed
been
up
in the
in
temple
Ultima
before,
Lucha, right?
He showed up at Ultima Lucha at the
Yeah, but
very
this
end
is
against Son of Havoc.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
Oh,
this
that's
is
right.
his this is his first season.
His
Yeah.
debut proper.
Yeah.
His
Hell yeah, dog.
debut proper.
His debut proper.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, dog.
You know, you get it.
I get it.
What's next, guys? Now we flash back to a millennia ago
Holy cow!
for some
So long
amazing
ago.
stuff.
Travel with us, if you will.
The last time we saw time travel on this scale, that's when we got the story of Aerostar and how
Yeah.
he's literally just a legit time traveling luchador that's here to reunite the
He's got
tribes.
glow in the dark nunchucks.
Exactly. You get those from eons of time traveling.
Yeah. And
Fellow chucker, eh?
You know, that guy.
What
But
a good drop to have.
It's our soundboard is pretty on point.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Bill, it comes in handy.
You know what? I think the other shows on the AfterBuzz network should have soundboards.
I agree.
Maybe like a Wednesday show.
No, you know what? Every other
I don't know
AfterBuzz,
what you're talking about.
every other after show should just have our soundboard.
Yeah,
That'd be
that's it.
amazing.
I-
Real
I-
Housewives, you just hit.
I use it for Raw, and I confuse the hell out of everybody else.
Do you have our
Tag
favorite?
team match.
Do you have Kevin Sorbo queued up, Mark?
Disappointed.
Disappointed!
Thank you.
That's my favorite one.
That's for you, Rachel.
Imagine that
Thank
on,
you.
on like the General Hospital
Wait,
after show.
Dad?
I'm sorry we had to reconnect like this.
Papa?
We go back. In fact, that's a perfect segue. We got a lot of papas.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
got a lot
daddy.
of
Yeah.
papa.
Papa.
Oh god, that child actor. Papa.
Papa.
Papa's be
Papa.
poppin'.
That child actor definitely did not speak Spanish, and they
No.
were just like, say gracias.
Couldn't they just go outside in Boyle Heights and get like somebody else? I mean,
I was thinking like what the audition was like for that kid. Say it again.
are you here?
Okay,
Right,
say
right,
it again,
right.
but feel it a little
This
more.
is your dying father. He's millennia old.
Yeah.
She just kept looking off screen to those catering cupcakes and
Papa
bagel
Bob.
bites.
Exactly. So her dying father.
It's actually just Papa John's. She's calling to. Papa's in the house.
Papa? And when he was dying, he should have been like, I love it when you call me Big Papa.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Her dying father
My daughter, put your hands in the air.
on his deathbed, when he's not quoting Big Papa,
Yeah.
he is telling her that she must lead the fight against the gods. That's a tall order.
He gives her an amulet that its power only works on females.
Yep.
But
It's-
he's kept. Why does he have it?
Yeah, I was thinking that
he,
too.
like-
Has he trial and errored this thing?
Oh,
I'm
it's
letting
like,
it
well,
go.
shit, it doesn't work.
Well, he's dying.
Yeah, like
And
that's
my-
why
he's
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 like,
had that bad boy down his pants
Yeah,
for
yeah.
some time.
In my head, it's like this montage of just him just like doing stupid shit and like hurting himself and like, fuck, that didn't work. Like
Yeah.
just running into walls and
Say
like
the F word.
dropping. Well, yeah.
We say the F word on this show?
yeah.
Now we can.
Oh, yeah.
Now that Rachel's
Now that I'm here, I mean,
really off the rails, guys.
just don't say. Never mind. I was about to say something I
Throw
shouldn't
that
say.
explicit tag.
Yep.
We
Period.
tried. We made the real college effort for a good while.
You can't say
but-
the C word. By which I mean cruiserweight class.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
oh.
But you just said it.
Oh.
Get out, Phil.
That was really gross.
No,
I'm offended.
you're a swag boy. You can stay.
Yeah, Swag Boys for life.
So he gives her this amulet, Piedra Immortal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
P.S. de Immortal.
Yes.
right. And we get a flash forward to the night of Ultima Luchados with Captain Vasquez holding half of this amulet. Now,
Only half.
at this point, without this really could have used some theremin for sure.
Everything you use there.
Without seeing the rest just up to this point, where did you think the story was?
I thought that she was. I thought like, oh, that's her, but the amulet got broken at some point.
Right,
We're gonna
right.
find the bag. We're gonna figure out at some point what happened to it.
didn't
I
even
did
think
not
about that.
expect us to find out what happened in the second half of the amulet in the same episode.
Right. Rachel, what were you saying?
I didn't even. I was just like, oh, it's old, so it's broken.
All my old shit's broken in
Fell
half.
apart
Yeah.
due to age.
I was like, oh yeah, well, that makes sense. It's
Welcome to my house.
It's
Here's
super
half
old.
of my couch if you want to sit down.
It just fell apart in such a perfectly
Yeah.
broken way.
It's super old. You never know.
That would have been awesome if the
Crazy
dude had
shit
been
happens.
like, its power only works on females. Here, give one half to your BFF.
Like those old necklaces
Yeah,
from
yeah.
junior high.
Exactly.
Oh man. That would've
It
been
was
awesome.
like so perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
totally
And
was.
I mean, when I continued to watch the episode, I was like, yes, that makes much more sense
Nailed it.
than what I was thinking.
You nailed it.
it.
But Officer Reyes is ready to go to the temple, and he says that Dario is going down. But Captain Vasquez says, "You know, you are," which I thought was just a great little.
No, you are.
She said,
no,
no,
you're going down.
No, you are. If I'm remembering correctly, which I hope I am, but I think I am. It's fine.
I'm sure you are.
It's fine.
Well,
But
you guys
no,
have
you are.
extensive notes.
Because I do
for
have
real.
lots of notes, guys.
Wrote down all
not
of
as
the
many,
dialogue.
not as many as Jimbo's slides.
I'm a psycho when it comes to
Jesus.
notes.
Oh my god, this
Take
notebook.
lots of notes.
Well,
It's
I'm
like-
brilliant, and all my notes are in my head.
There you go.
Mainly about butts.
It's weird when you look
The
at,
most important
when
one.
you
All
look at
butts.
Jimbo's notebook, all that your brain can process is like the entire film of Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer.
It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
seven.
That's
yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
It's just Kevin Spacey's notebook from Seven.
Yeah, exactly.
I vomited on a man
I do
on
feel
the subway
safest
today.
around sociopaths. So this is good.
Jimbo has the upper hand.
Jimbo, not John Doe.
Jimbo.
It's Jimbo.
Ah.
Oh boy, we'll be writing that screenplay for the rest of the season, guys. But she says that a task force has been dispatched to the temple because the tape of Reyes's chicanery got leaked somehow, right?
Okay.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot was happening, guys.
There's a lot going
There
on.
was
I
chicanery.
don't feel like that was the. I don't think that was the most important part of that scene.
I think it was you're suspended.
Well, yes. Right.
Get out.
Exactly.
You're a loose cannon, Reyes.
Turn in your gun and your badge.
Turn in your wrestling pants and your kendo stick. Get the hell out of here.
But the point is, he's seen things. He's seen things that essentially can't be unseen. So he can't be working this case. He's suspended.
Terrible.
It doesn't make any sense.
What?
Wouldn't it? If you know what's going on, shouldn't he be the one? Shouldn't he be the one to do it? If he
Yeah,
knows
but at
what's going
that
on in
point,
there?
Dario is getting arrested, so it's like, oh, the temple's shut down. Bingo, bango. We got it.
Oh. I was like, you go forward with this.
Yeah,
I didn't understand why she was being so cruel to him.
Because
He
she's
was just
immortal.
trying to
You
help.
know how much shit you gotta put up with if you live for 1,000 years as a lady? I mean, you know.
Yeah, I've lived for 1,000 years.
That's what I'm saying.
This is my first year as a lady, though.
Oh, well.
It's been huge.
But you
It's her
already know,
final
like, the
form.
learning
Yeah.
curve is just...
This is the ultimate form.
Disappointed!
I'm not. No, I don't like that one.
But you know,
Christ.
exactly. Sometimes you got to get Shao Kahn in there in the booth. He's live in the booth. He's sitting right next to Mark Donica.
Imagine that.
No,
Like the helmet on and the
TJ.
cape. He's just like,
He's taking up way more space than he needs.
it's that hammer. That hammer really just takes a lot of real estate. One thing I was not disappointed.
That's
to
how he
see.
switches cameras.
He goes through a lot of
Yeah,
mixing
yeah.
boards. But next up we see Arhennis, who I was excited to see back.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was.
like, oh, cool. And then when I saw who he was wrestling, I was like, oh no.
Not so cool.
Well, peace out.
Talk about a
Artemis.
sacrifice to the gods.
Yeah.
More till I join you.
What's that?
More till I join you.
I like that.
Thoughts, no prayers.
That's all gonna be on a shirt. The next Arhennis shirt.
Yeah.
It's a long shirt.
R.I.P. Arhennis.
Yeah.
It's a dress.
R.I.P. Arhennis, Aaliyah, Biggie, Pac,
So
I love it when you call me Arhennis.
Mr. Cisco, and also Cisco Thong Song.
Also, I don't know if he said, but he's probably
R.I.P.
dead.
R.I.P. Drew Hill, probably.
Yeah.
They
Well,
just played the Greek theater. They
after
played the Greek
Celebrity Wife Swap, he
Lil
passed.
Sebastian.
Yeah.
Little Sebastian.
It's fine. So next up we've got
Wait,
Arhennis.
who wife swapped?
What?
Cisco did a wife swap?
Yeah. Celebrity Wife Swap.
He was on wife swap? Yeah. Wow, did they swap thongs too?
It was like him and Antonio
He's like,
Sabato
what-
Jr.
did he
I
get-
borderline
did-
left right
Did
now
he get
to go watch
Antonio
that.
Sabato?
I was like, I'm out
Did
of
he get
here.
Antonio Sabato's wife, and then like they get like cut to like a testimonial interview with him, and he's like, "She doesn't have dumps like a truck."
Or you know
I don't
what?
know how to deal with this.
It might have even
I think
been-
I'll say it again.
It might have been like Gerardo, Rico Suave.
Rico.
Yeah.
Swap wives with Roberto?
Yeah.
Suave.
Not Antonio Sabato. Jr.?
Maybe not. That might have been Mick Foley,
I loved
actually,
him.
that did a wife swap with Antonio Sabato Jr.
Yeah, it was.
Taco.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Grande.
Foley.
All right. Let's
Okay,
get to
what
Arhennis versus not Mil Mascaras, Mil
Mil
Muertes.
Muertes.
1,000 deaths, not 1,000 masks.
Got one mask,
That right hand,
2 pairs of pants,
the right hand for Mil
stripies
Muertes
and not
is
stripies.
like probably my favorite punch
Yeah.
in wrestling right now. Just drills the guy. Also, the running power bomb.
Oh my
Vicious.
God. That running power bomb, I turned off the TV and walked out of the room. I was like, no. It was, whew.
It was pretty gnarly. It was pretty
Ay,
gnarly.
ay, ay.
But then he starts coming back after the running power bomb.
Like you do.
Like I would have thought that, if anything,
Yeah.
would put him down. He starts coming back, hits a huge moonsault. Mil Muertes kicks
out
out at
at
one. Kickouts at one are always good for popping a crowd.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love how he starts to like walk the ropes to go do like some fancy arm drag or something, and Mill just like,
Just says
Yeah.
nah. He said, nah.
I did like the pace of this match.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nothing else.
That's all I have to say.
All right, that's fair. Huge from the throw off the ropes. Mil Muertes hits the Reaper's Trident, followed by the Flatliner.
Reapers, really?
yeah, that's what he calls
called
it. That's what he calls the spear.
It's way more so.
Reaper does not use a trident, but all right.
That's true.
Some sort of weird
Suspension of
underwater Reaper.
disbelief.
It's a
The Mer Reaper.
exactly.
Mermaider.
Yeah, that's the second time we've referenced Mermaider this week. But yes, it's the Reaper's Trident. Hits Arhennis with it. Of course, gets the 3. Katrina goes for the Lick of Death. Opens up the window for Prince Puma to come from out of nowhere. Hit a
good.
big old springboard elbow on Mil Muertes.
Casual Puma.
Exactly. I love Cash Poom. Just like
Sounds so filthy.
rocking that hoodie.
I love Cash Poom.
Just Cash Poom.
Just all over my Cash Poom.
I mean, it's
Oh.
nobody better lay a finger on my Cash Poom.
Or do.
I wish you would. But I love the camera work. I love the camera work in the scene because we just see Puma like kind of out of nowhere, just like hanging out on the apron in the
Yeah.
background, like, oh shit.
Should
Yeah.
I go?
Now?
Now.
Is it go? Is it now?
No.
No.
Stuck in the club.
On 3 or after 3?
Yeah. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hits a springboard elbow, starts just kind of going after Mil Muertes. Finally, Katrina separates them.
Very bravely.
Very brave.
Because they were both going in. It wasn't like they were going in for each other, and she got knocked a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, go on, girl.
Well, I mean, at this point, it's like she's an immortal evil ghost lady, so what does she have to be afraid of?
But she's still a delicate flower.
No, if Puma comes hurtling towards her, she's just going to ghost out of there. Be like,
I mean, I don't know. She has gotten, like, pretty severely speared before.
Fair.
Yeah, and thrown into a coffin and stuff.
And that.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
This show? This show.
This one.
Yeah.
The one...
We're doing right now?
Not that long ago.
Okay, cool.
Couple months ago.
Sure. Yeah.
You get it.
Yeah.
I love how like Puma drop kicks him and then like slides out the ropes and they're about to go at it and she just gets in the way and like holds the Rock up. He's like, no.
Right, exactly. She holds Dwayne Johnson
Back up.
Right.
Oh, that would deter me for sure.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
I'm like, whoa, is that D-Boy?
She holds him the way that
Whoa.
AJ Styles holds his child.
Is that
Do you-
Dwayne
oh.
Boy? Is that Dwayne Boy? I'm not going to jump onto Dwayne Boy.
Do you think that she's named it?
The
Like,
Rock.
this is Ralph. Like, you name things that you love.
I hope if she did, it's specifically Ralph the Rock.
You think
Or
she carries it in a
Dwayne.
pet rock box?
That'd be pretty incredible.
What if she
amazing.
opens up the little pouch and there's little googly eyes on it, and she's like, look! It follows you!
Ralph likes you.
Do you think, like, Mil Muertes keeps, like, drawing dick butt on it? And she's just to be like, no. No.
Stop.
Like Ralph the Rock gets really drunk at a party
She's
and
like-
Mil Muertes draws a
Yeah.
dick on its
She's
face.
like, Mil Muertes, how many times do I have to tell you? Don't draw penises on the rock.
Jesus
Mel,
Christ.
you're being so annoying right now, Mel.
Yeah. God, Mil.
We go to a flashback of last week after the attack and the fight and the shenanigans and the goings on all subside. Get a flashback to last week. We've got Joey Ryan going.
Wait. Dario's in his office just touching shit.
He looks
He's
confused
just-
as all hell.
like, where did this ball come
This is
from?
not my office.
No, he's
It's
on
not my beautiful wife.
he's on a lot of acid.
He's
He's just like, what?
tripping.
Yeah, he popped a Molly, now he's sweating, woo.
Yeah.
God damn. Dario's tripping balls, guys. He sees that Red Bull. He sees, and it just starts betting.
In my head, it was immediately like, memories,
Yeah.
all alone in the moonlight.
Daddy, can you hear me?
Yeah.
That's how his mother was murdered. It's
Yeah.
one of his fondest memories. Exactly. Silence. But we get Joey Ryan, and of course, big shock. He's not quite on the up and up.
Wearing
He-
a members only jacket.
Of course, as Joey does. Joey Ryan and Pretty Peter Avalon just kind of single-handedly keep
They're
him-
the members.
They're
the members of the
only,
members.
they're
The two
only
members.
ones.
Yeah.
And
My friend Kate wears one too, so it's them and Kate.
Okay,
Good to
obviously.
know.
Just so you know,
Kate
Obviously.
sounds rad as hell.
Kate's,
She's dope.
Kate's like the OG member,
she's dope.
you know.
Yeah.
But he wants to strike a deal with Dario
He
because
wants to be a double agent.
he wants to be a double agent.
I like how I love that there was no pretense about it. He was just like, I'm a cop.
Yeah.
Look,
Like
look, I'm a cop.
Oh, and him, yeah, he's a cop
any
too.
other show he might have been a little bit more coy about it.
This one's Sons of Anarchy. Like Jackson give his little velvet whisper voice for like 3 episodes. Like,
Sure.
Dario,
Yeah.
I've got some problems around the club. Meet me later in Charming. We'll talk about it.
That's a haunting voice.
Yeah.
It's just such
Bill's a haunting guy.
Velvet purr.
Yeah.
I also like that there was no pretense of him even pretending to want to stay for more than 35 seconds. Just standing up right next to him, like,
Yeah.
I'm a cop, he's a cop,
Yeah.
I'm gonna work for you, give me money, and
Yeah,
then
give me
I'm
the
a
money.
cash.
Yeah.
Give me them cash, girl.
But he's
Girl,
got,
yeah.
he's got child support to pay.
Yeah.
If it's the Joey Ryan that it seems like, it doesn't seem like he's paying it willingly.
No.
Like if someone's really
Oh no, yeah.
right.
He said I have to pay, not that I have
Well,
the privilege
this
of
is the most
paying.
I get to pay.
This is by far the most unrealistic thing that Lucha Underground has ever presented, because there's absolutely no way a cop would ever like be pinned down to pay child support.
That's true.
I thought you were gonna say there's no way Joey Ryan's popping out kids.
I thought you were gonna say there's no way
Well,
Joey
no,
Ryan's
it's-
paying child support.
His penis is strong enough to flip a guy. I think he can have a kid.
I'm not saying he can't
Super
have them.
kid.
I'm saying he's making sure he doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Ugh.
So next up, we flash forward back to tonight, because remember, that was all last week.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
all last week that happened.
Sure.
Tonight, Reyes goes up to Captain Vasquez, and he says,
Put me in, coach.
Put me in.
Yeah.
I'm on
I'm ready
your
to
side.
play today.
I got this. I'm gonna
Look
be,
at
Look at me.
I'm gonna be your special boy.
Center
Ooh.
field.
So, Reyes is I guess back on the case.
You're back on the case, Reyes. Get your wrestling pants and your kendo stick.
Throws him the
Get
gun.
the hell in there.
Get your pants
Gives him
on.
an ass slap. Good hustle.
Get on out there.
Get some orange slices.
Does he wear gloves when he wrestles?
Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't wear a shirt, but she just like throws him the gloves and like.
Well,
the
you know
jean
that if
shorts.
your temples, wrists, neck, and waist are warm, the rest of you will be warm. So
Oh.
that's fine.
You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cold.
I
in
learned
the
that from
temple.
an Archie comic.
I love Archie comics. Let's just talk about Archie comics.
Welcome to the Archie Comics after
War
show.
Jughead. Yeah. Oh,
From
we're starting up the
1992.
CW Archie show. Let's do it. Let's have us be the Archie panel.
I'm
There
down.
you go, Riverdale guys.
I'm literally down.
right here. So let's get to the weapons of mass destruction match.
Oh my
If we must.
Holy cow!
lord.
must.
What, you don't like it?
No, we're talking about Archie.
Oh,
so-
Archie's better. Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
right.
like,
Yeah.
weapons of mass destruction, but like Archie.
Marty the Moth is kind of the Jughead of the temple.
He's more like the Reggie Mantle.
Jughead has much better intentions.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
I would say
Just as
like,
sloppy though. And into hamburgers probably.
Who's the Jughead of the temple?
Jughead of
That's a really good question.
Probably beautiful Brenda, honestly.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
She's more like the melody from Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh my god, I love you.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
we're
clearly
breaking it
Puma's
down.
Archie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Puma's for sure
Yeah.
Archie.
Who's dragging this Tekka?
Who's Bengala?
Bengala's hot dog, Jughead's dog.
Well, Katrina's definitely
No,
Veronica.
he's just an actual hot
Yeah.
dog.
And Taya is Betty.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Amazing.
All right, weapons of mass destruction. I was actually.
Oh boy.
All right.
I forgot to mention until now. I was actually in the temple for the first two
Oh,
episodes.
yeah, you were.
Oh.
Yeah. So this match was like probably close to 40 minutes live.
Wow.
They really did a lot of stuff.
How was it safe?
They like got up in the sniper's nest and like knocked over the sandbags and stuff. Like
Oh,
it was
wow.
cool. They went all over. It
That's
was
not
crazy.
safe.
Yeah.
And this was, I wasn't sure what to expect going into this match. It seems like in Lucha Underground, everything is just a variant of a street fight, but with more elaborate theming.
He came to the ring with a gun.
A literal gun.
Yeah.
Should have just tried
Yeah.
to shoot him.
It's
He
a
had a
bold. It's a
bazooka.
bold move.
Could have just shot him.
Yeah,
Yep,
he
that's
Looks
true.
like a
He was-
WWF stomp figure.
well, he was-
Literally
so good.
anything goes.
He was subverting Chekhov's gun.
Yeah.
That's
was
what he was
so
trying
good.
to do. But
I liked how dirty he was.
he's a filthy boy.
Filthy boy.
I love
Just,
how
just grabbing nuts and
Grabbing
yeah.
nuts. Grabbing nuts.
So many
lot of nut
bodily
grabs.
fluids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
I didn't see any bodily fluid. Oh, are you,
You
just
didn't
talking
see
about
bodily
blood
fluid?
and sweat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Those
In the temple,
both count.
in
We
the temple,
were
Those
just-
both came out of bodies.
We were just talking about nut grabs, and then you said bodily fluids, and I was like, I didn't see any
Well,
of
then
that.
there might have been. We can't see. We didn't get an inside the pants shot.
That's
one of the
next
biggest,
time.
one of the biggest
all been
pops.
teenagers.
One of the biggest pops you'll ever hear in the temple is when they warn everyone
Bodily
about
fluids.
bodily fluids, and the crowd goes bonkers.
Oh, I love it.
I love bodily fluids.
Yeah,
Yay.
it
must
always.
be really clean, like clean bill of health.
Speaking of bodily fluids, I just the other day realized how dirty the song "Pour Some Sugar on Me" is.
Yeah,
Yeah?
it's disgusting.
It's hot, sticky, sweet.
yeah,
from my
no,
head
it's
to my feet.
100. Can I say semen? It's about
I mean,
semen.
you did.
Well, I thought like also like lady juices. Pour some sugar on.
Oh boy.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
I loved how
What's weapons of
this
mass
match
juices?
this match starts and like while Marty's walking down the steps, Vamp's like, in his head, like we're the crazy ones.
Right, exactly.
Like, that was so dope. He's just like, we all look at him like he's a nut job, but in his head, we're all the crazy
I mean,
ones.
it
I was like,
fits
man, it's so
perfectly.
real.
It fits perfectly with the dandy comparison that we've been making the whole show.
So brilliant. Once you said that, I was like, wow, this guy's a genius.
You nailed it, yeah. But so much stuff, and I love one of the things that got me, and it was kind of a smaller moment compared to all of the ridiculous stuff that happened. But Marty's head going through the wall of the bleachers, but like only a little.
Yeah.
And for some reason, that was worse to me
Yeah, for
than
sure.
going all the way through.
Yeah.
Like it seemed like it
Because
would
it seems realer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was kind of like how in like Hell in a Cell, like it wasn't the toss off the cell; it was through the ceiling to the ring.
Yeah.
Was the worst one.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What else do we got?
I think that, you know, like, I mean, I've already been, like, fully on board with Marty the Moth, but I think that this match would probably, like, clarify it for people, like, Marty is not just a good creepy character, or not just a goofy guy. He is an all-around badass. He can do it all. He's a workhorse.
Right.
He's amazing. He can tell a story, like...
He's incredible.
This was, like, the biggest showcase that he's had on the show so far.
Sure.
And especially considering that he started on the show, like, a fan outside, like, begging to get in, like a fake Aztec
The
dude,
trajectory,
like,
the trajectory is definitely kind of more involved than I think most of the other.
oh,
ones
it's
we've
so
seen.
because he's like, I'm just a guy who loves Lucha Underground and I want to be part of this, and I'm like a poser, to like, I'm actually part of the Moth Tribe and I'm also a crazy stalker with a superpowered sister, like,
Right. Yeah.
And now I'm gonna shoot you in the face with a gun.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Or just Cyto suplex the shit out of you on the apron.
Just because
Oh.
I wanted to be a dickhole and steal your dog tag.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
that's what this is all about.
I love that. In this story, he's not even getting anything out of him wearing the dog tags other than just being.
He's like, I got him.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. Ooh, gotcha. Yeah, no, I love him.
You been mothed.
That's his new show.
New thing.
He just
It's
steals. He just steals your shit and then kidnaps you.
It's like Swerved, but it's mothed, and it's
Yeah.
just like him like licking people's faces and stealing dog tags.
I'd sign up.
Yeah,
it's a very
for sure.
specific. It's for a very niche market.
Yeah, me.
It's for it.
Can you talk
he
about
wears
that
those
power
little-
bomb over the rope to the tables on the outside?
Oh my god.
When I saw him do that, and I was like, "Holy shit! It's like I'm playing SmackDown versus Raw." Right?
when we were watching it, Mark Donica and I were watching it here last night, and the color of the tables kind of camouflaged in,
Yeah.
so we forgot they were even there. So as he's going through the air, we're like, no, but it was fine. Still incredibly violent.
I was like, "Holy
The
shit!"
like Death Valley Driver or whatever onto the ladder.
Right.
Oh,
And then they cut to the crowd and this woman's like,
right. Exactly.
I like the one guy in the crowd who was just like,
yeah.
Right. That's the right. That
No.
that reaction. You're right.
yeah,
That's-
that's what I was
That's
doing.
the correct one. Also, so at one point, Mariposa comes out to save her brother. She gets pushed off of a ladder, kind
Nice
of
kick.
through a table.
Nice
Oh,
kick to the
yeah, through a
face.
table.
But almost like $1 Million Babies it against the
like almost,
turnbuckles.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
very, very sketchy right there.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Right.
Be
Right.
careful.
Yeah.
Don't try this at home.
It was pretty nice. Because that when they were up on that ladder, I was like, that table seems awfully close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she mostly went through it, but
Oh, God.
her head got real close to that corner.
That was scary.
That was
That table shot was a lot more powerful to me than Marty's.
right, exactly. Yeah, we were
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
the double stomp through the table.
Yeah.
That just looked so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
They did that so perfectly because that could potentially look like butt.
Yeah.
like that
But they
idea
shot
on
that
paper-
part. They were like, "Oh, cut to
Yeah.
this camera, cut to that camera, cut to this
Well, because
camera,
Yeah.
cut back to that
just
camera."
talking about that horrible Ascension double team on SmackDown, like it could have looked like that.
Right.
Where it's like Marty just starts to fall and then like Killshot whiffs it or whatever. Like,
Right,
What did
exactly.
I do? I didn't see it.
Like Connor had him up for chokeslam,
Uh-huh.
and Victor climbed up to the top turnbuckle, and then like Connor chokeslammed the guy, and I think they were supposed to do like a double team chokeslam or something, like an assisted chokeslam, but Connor just chokeslammed the guy, and then Victor like just jumped off the ropes. And,
It's like Techno Team 2000's
Yeah,
finisher.
Oh
It was
boy,
so awful.
Travis and Troy.
I'm gonna do a superplex,
the deep
and then
cut.
you're gonna climb back to the top and
Right.
jump off.
exactly. But yeah, so eventually we see the double stomp through the table. It's kind of the only
but
scenario.
first he tears the dog.
Oh
tabs
yeah.
off.
Oh right, exactly.
So good.
He's gonna need a new chain for those now.
Yeah, was my only
Well,
thought.
You just
I was
go
like,
down
oh.
to Ace Hardware, it's fine.
Yeah.
We've
Get
all
one
had
of those
ball
little-
chain
Or he
necklace.
just goes and he like rips the one off his blinds at home.
It's
He's resourceful.
We just learned
also.
a little bit about Jimbo's blinds.
yeah, no, that's definitely more effective
man.
than like him pinning him and then being like, "Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna take.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm just gonna take this
get
off."
these. I just gotta get these real
Yeah.
quick.
He's
Some
like, "Oh."
total nerd stuff. So I would take those, like the little metal things that you use to close your blinds, and I made like Samoa Joe's bead necklace
Oh,
for,
sure.
my,
would
for
just
my
want-
action figure because he didn't have one,
nice.
so I had to make one.
Exactly.
Dude, I used to make the craziest like weapons for my toys that are like random stuff, like the little pizza box, like the tables that
Oh,
come
sure.
in the pizzas. Those are chairs.
The little end tables.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That is resourceful.
Picture wires was
Jeez.
barbed wire.
He's the
Yeah.
MacGyver of action figures.
Oh man,
I almost called him MacGruber. The
that
MacGruber
movie
That's
vacuum.
even better.
classic.
He's a
Yeah.
toy
So
guy.
good.
So good.
Just a toy guy.
Yeah.
Oh no. All right. We can't get into McGruber because we'll be here all night.
Oh.
But from the dog tags to the double stomp, Killshot obviously wins his specialty match. We go back to the locker room. Mil Muertes is just pounding on some lockers, doing what he do.
I would have really hoped he would have did a curl and then just punched the locker over.
I mean,
the other
really,
arm.
it's
It's so
if
great.
if he had been in the men's
Curls
room,
Masquerita Sagrada.
if he had been in the men's room doing a curl, it would have hit all of the bingo spots
Oh,
on the
man.
Lucha Underground card.
I do have
been
to say one
amazing.
thing about Killshot. Mm-hmm. Does anybody else think that it kind of just looks like he's wearing boxer briefs?
Sure.
I never thought about that.
Okay,
but
we can move on.
I suppose you're correct.
Put it in your psyche. Think about it next week.
I can never unsee
So
it.
what happens when you're a skinny guy and you wear boxer briefs? I mean, like when you wear like bicycle shorts. Like I wouldn't know, but like
Yeah, he for sure looks like he's just like, oh, I'm just looking for my coffee.
yeah.
Okay, we can move on from that. Just think about it.
So Mil Muertes
Always
doing a number on these lockers, and
Really giving them what for?
really, I mean, just
I hate these lockers.
taking them down. He
These
wants.
lockers
He
stole
hates
my
these
lunch
cans.
money.
Mil hates these lockers, but he wants, obviously, very chagrined at the attack from Prince Puma from Cash Boom earlier in the episode.
Yeah, Cash Boom.
Wants to take him down, but Katrina, she has been waiting hundreds of years for this opportunity. Holds up the other half of the medallion that we saw earlier. Now, what do we think the connection is?
Besties.
They're just BFFs.
Either besties or sisters.
Obviously they were like either sisters or best friends, and they went through a thing, they had a tiff, and then now there's a war.
Yeah.
Just like all wars are started, just a couple of besties being like, no, that's mine popcorn.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like kettle corn. Well, I like movie theater popcorn.
Wow, this seems
My
like
question
it's ripped
with like
straight
immortality
from your past.
is like,
Yeah.
when do you stop aging?
Right.
When
Like,
you're a
'cause that-
woman.
Well, no, it said
That's what
it
he
kicks
said.
in once you
You'll
become a
be a
woman.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
But here's the thing. What culture, like, is that bat mitzvah year?
I was gonna say, was she mitzvah?
Because, like, what about, like, what if you get your period when you're 9? So you're 9
You're just
forever?
I think
eternally
it's
nine.
probably like when you can buy
Do
alcohol.
you go
or
through
whatever.
menopause if you're immortal?
Or like when you can buy cigarettes and vote, like they did back in Aztec time.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Sure.
you can't rent a car.
Yeah.
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 Wait, okay,
right.
so it's
Full
the
card.
qualifications for this is that you have to be able to rent a car,
Sure.
buy cigarettes,
Yes.
have your
Vote.
period.
Got it.
Drink alcohol.
That's rude because that's like very cisgendered of me. Like, what if you're like a woman?
Yeah,
but,
no, I get it. No,
you know,
it's
I
fine.
don't
It's
wanna-
fine. It's fine.
I don't
we'll
want
leave the period thing
Not
out.
all women have periods.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What if they're
Hashtag not all women.
what if they're two sides of the same spirit?
Interesting.
Ooh,
So like,
And,
oh,
sp-
like
and split in half.
Skeksis
Like
and
Carly's-
Mystics situation.
Harley's
Zaymot?
the evil and
A Zaymot.
Zaymot?
Zaymot at each other.
Oh, we're back at Zaymot, are
Yeah.
we?
I'll get your Starscream.
I feel like they look similar enough to where they could
Yeah. Kiss.
Zoinks!
oh my God.
she has the lick of death and the other one has like the kiss of life.
Oh, interesting. I would be super into that. That's
Yes.
That's
what
some.
she became a cop.
Wow.
That's exactly.
Yeah. Eh.
So
I know, because severely unsexy her life compared to
Maybe like
Katrina's.
what's the opposite of lick? Like a spit.
Like
like a
spit?
suck?
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Like a blow dart.
she's just like an '80s bully. Just like
Yeah.
Just hawking on dudes?
Yeah, she like so like Katrina like licks the
Doyle
guy.
rules.
She crawls over the guy and like does the thing where like the drools comes down and she like slips
Oh
it.
God.
Like in Big Daddy?
Exactly.
Oh.
Sure, or like in Beavis and Butthead.
Oh yeah.
For
Do you
the
remember
Japanese
that?
exchange
Do you remember that Beavis and Butthead game where you just like on
I was
top
just
of the
about
building
to say.
spitting? Oh,
Yep.
it must be raining.
Yep. And the Game Givers.
Boys.
Disappointed!
Same.
Thank you, Kevin. So we have two halves of this medallion
Yeah.
going around. Who knows?
Going around.
Who knows what?
There's a lot of medallions going around these
What
days.
what wacky
Yeah.
shit's gonna happen when those two?
I
get
also
joined?
wonder what that means for
It's
the
gonna be
power
like Double
of
Dragon.
it.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
No, it's gonna be like the end of Dark Crystal. They're gonna put the halves together, and then Katrina and Vasquez
Vasquez?
are gonna
Become one
Captain
person.
Yeah,
B.
but who do they turn into? Is the
Katrina.
Vesquina.
She overtakes him.
question.
Maybe just eats her.
It's Katrina like in a white robe with like blonde wig.
What if they just
Like,
turned
I've
into?
been waiting for millennia to be reunited.
What if they just both turn into Taya?
I was
Yes.
gonna say
That'd be great.
Both of them
Yes.
at the same time.
They're just like, we're all Taya now.
3 Tayas.
It just gets real, like, the show gets real kind of surreal.
Yeah.
They click it together, and then
It's like a multiplicity.
pans
situation.
out, and it's just like beautiful Brenda sitting in a hospital, like, and that's my story about Lucha Underground.
Oh, nice.
If it was a
or it just
multiplicity.
zooms out as like a snow globe.
Yes,
that
that's
Charles
exactly.
But I want the exact personalities of multiplicity.
Yeah.
So there's like the jock and like the idiot and
But
touch my Pepe Steve.
I'm super curious about what the 2 halves means for their immortality.
Right.
Like, does that mean
Half
that they're
immortal.
well? I mean,
I think
could you shoot somebody in the
Only
head?
immortal from the waist up.
Yeah.
what I think
Jesus
Christ.
Oh my god, the waist down is still aging, and it's like 150 years old. But
Look,
you're
we've all
super
seen
hot
Game
up
of
here.
Thrones.
Oh, that's too much. That when she takes off the thing and she turns into a saggy lady.
Hey, everyone's body is beautiful. in its
What
own
I'm
way.
wondering,
yeah.
what
You're
I'm
beautiful.
what I'm wondering is because, like I said, we've seen Katrina get like speared, and we've seen her take physical damage.
We've seen her be a ghost.
Right,
We've seen
right,
her
exactly.
Summon lightning or
You've seen her-
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe if the medallion becomes whole again, even that can't affect her.
Maybe
Just maybe.
Katrina's half of it is why she is incorporeal sometimes, like why she can ghost. Maybe she wants the amulet to be merged so that she can be like fully all the way like
And then she
tangible at all times.
She can go straight
Like
to the
Nightcrawler. Like Nightcrawler. He has
Right.
to see where he's going, kind of thing.
Yeah, line
So
of
this
sight,
is all about her
teleportation.
finding love, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's all a big
she
love
found
story,
love in a
ultimately.
hopeless place,
The temple.
the rubble of an earthquake.
Exactly.
Oh, Mel.
Pasquale.
I like, you know what? I ship them.
Totally.
Like Phoenix, Katrina wasn't a
A little mill cat.
I think that
I like
Katrina
that.
could treat
Milk.
Mill. I think it's good. I think Katrina could treat Mill better. I'm just gonna say it.
I mean,
Wow.
it's a hot take, but you're right.
I mean, she's just trying to make him better. And hey, he was punching lockers. I'm pretty
She's-
sure she's.
Okay, no,
she's-
you're right.
she's
You're right.
brought him back from the underworld.
It's a
Yeah.
little bit of a Chad Chiller situation with him. It's
Oh, is she supposed to be a docile lady?
yeah, no, you're right. No, you're right. You're right.
Hell
I was
yeah.
wrong. You're
Well,
right.
guys, that was episode 2.
Oh,
That
right.
is
Peace.
an
Namaste.
amazing show, Bill. Thank you so much for joining us. What do we think? Where do we think we're going from here with Marty the Moth? Let's say that.
Go.
Can we get some predictions? Let's get us some predictions.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Oh, wow.
It did have theremin.
The long version has way more theremin. It's pretty awesome.
Okay.
Okay, you first.
Me for that always happens.
I
You
think
first.
Marty the Moth is gonna like go back. Like we'll see vignettes of like him at the house, but he's fighting with Mariposa. Like
Right.
it's all her fault.
Exactly.
Like it's your fault.
They're
It's your
breaking
fault.
all like the expensive
Yeah.
furniture.
Yeah.
It is like upper middle class
Yeah.
suburban home.
I'm gonna take a long view prediction here. The 2 halves of the amulet and the Vasquez, the cops, and Katrina, the darkness, have to at some point be united in order for the forces of good to truly win their war against Dario and the forces of evil. So Aerostar will be the person who initiates them having to come together and reunite and form the medallion, and then
then
we can march forward to the final battle.
Oh man. There you
Ooh,
go.
I think. Are we talking about all of Lucha Underground right now?
just next
Anything.
week.
Okay,
Anything-
great.
Anything you like.
Okay, great. Well, I definitely think since they're giving us 2 very definitive halves, we're gonna see like a more defined split within the wrestlers than we have seen before.
Okay.
So I'm already seeing like,
Gang warfare.
yeah,
Gang rules.
yeah, and I want to see
Gangland.
Marty the Moth at war.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to see that helmet on him every week.
Sure.
Really does it for you.
I loved it. And I also think he promised Dario all this stuff that he didn't deliver on. So I'm very curious to see how that plays out. I hope that they address it next week. I don't
Interesting.
think they will, but I hope that they do.
So
because,
maybe Dario takes it out on Moth, and we kind of see a more sympathetic side of him.
yeah, I mean, he did go like full. I mean, he's always been a heel, but he went like full heel this episode.
Oh, yeah.
And like the whole like thing he was doing, he did that. He did
Look,
that.
No, he did.
I gave the guy a pass when he kidnapped a lady and held her hostage, but the finger thing, too much.
It's a too much.
He crossed the line, Marty.
Yeah, so I think I mean I don't know. I think he's gonna like feed him to Matanza or something. Like something. I think
Sure.
something's gonna happen.
Not literally feed him, because that's happened in the past.
Yeah.
I don't know.
R.I.P. Bale.
No.
Aw.
More than you still enjoy it.
Man, the crew.
Adam
Morning to, like,
Adam to the show.
Crew just dropping like flies.
Yeah, man.
The turnover at this place is crazy.
Wild.
Bad
It's like,
management.
it's like an Olive Garden.
It's bad
It
management.
reminds
is
me,
what that
like, the
is.
temple seems like one of those places that it would have the mug, like, you don't got to be crazy to work here, but it helps.
0 days since last employee eaten.
Exactly. Oh, man. Well, what an episode that was. Not only of Lucha Underground, but of the Lucha Underground After Show. Bill, thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Always a pleasure. Thank
Absolutely.
You. I'm glad that you invited me.
Where can they find you on social media, online,
You can
everywhere?
find me on Twitter at Sundown Motel. You can check out my stuff at uproxx.com/sports. With spandex.com. Check out our full crew there. It's an amazingly talented group of people who write about wrestling. Check out my movies. Check out imdb.com. 3 of my movies are on Netflix. You can see me every Wednesday here at AfterBuzz on the NXT After Show right after NXT. You can buy our NXT Team t-shirts at nxteam.spreadshirt.com.
Is Three-Headed Shark Attack on Netflix?
It is. The unrated version has boobs.
Featuring Danny Trejo, Rob Van Dam.
Oh.
Stop, Danny Trejo. Has Rob Van Dam taking the most amazing bump of his entire career. Backwards, on top of his head, down a water slide into the water.
It's pretty phenomenal.
Ay caramba.
Absolutely. Rachel Evans.
Hi.
Where can they find you?
They can find everyone can find me.
Everyone can.
On the internet. YouTube.com/gnarl. That's my channel and you should check it out. We do fun stuff. I do a show called Ask Us We're Drunk where I get drunk and you ask us. And I do a show called How to Human where people try to teach me how to be a human. It's not working so far. And also on Twitter and Instagram at Rachel Sam Evans or Rachel Sam Bands.
She's just kind of melting into the table at this point. James Franck.
My DMs are open.
Ooh.
Never forget.
Never forgetting Mom Spaghetti.
Follow me on Twitter at Jimbo in the Booth. Check out the Xbox 12360 podcast at AfterBuzz.com and on iTunes. Rate, subscribe, 5 stars. If you're nasty, thank you, Ty. And buy my Young Bucks 2 Sweet Journey documentary at highspots.com because I got a wedding to pay for.
It's very good. I own it.
Absolutely.
I bought it.
There you go. As always, you can find me online at Ty Matthews PMA, as well as various other after shows, including Monday Night Raw and right here on Lucha Underground. I had so much fun with you this whole season on the Cruiserweight Classic. All 3 episodes that we did.
I can't wait to next year.
Absolutely.
Ladies tournament.
Absolutely.
Well,
and as always,
allegedly.
you can watch Championship Wrestling from Hollywood every Saturday at 4 p.m. on KDOC, U2 America, Tough TV, Fight TV, Patreon, or if you're in Southern California, you can check us out every 2nd and 4th Sunday of the month, 3 p.m. at the Ocean View Pavilion in Port Hueneme, completely free. So get some wrestling in your life. But guys, until next week, Viva la Lucha!
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.